Senator Bato. Despite all the challenges that we are facing, your unwavering support for this administration's priorities, especially our campaign against illegal drugs, terrorism, corruption, and poverty, is truly reassuring. I am grateful for PDP Laban's continued trust and confidence in my leadership. I also deeply appreciate your commitment to support whatever my decision may be for the 2022 national elections. Alam mo itong mga gagagon to, isigway ko na lang. They keep on threatening me with lawsuits and everything. Trillanes and itong si Carpio and his elk. Panay ang takot sa akin na mademanda ako. Sabi ng batas na kung presidente ka, vice-presidenta ka, may immunity ka. Adi, tatakbo na lang ako ng vice-presidente. And after that, tatakbo ulit ako ng vice-presidente at vice-presidente at vice-presidente. Itong mga hole in the head, panay ang takot sa akin. Ito, Trillanes. Akala mo naman, nagsasalita siya ng ordinaryong tao. You know, I'm a lawyer, and they can never acquire jurisdiction over my person. Not in a million years. Alam mo, if I may just repeat the requirements of the Constitution, particularly the phrase due process. Alam mo, lahat ng treaties goes to the President. Then if he affirms the contents, dipirmahan niya, tapos padala niya doon sa Congress for the ratification. Then, iyang papel na yan, babalik uli sa Presidente. Then the President issues the order to the Bureau of Printing to include this particular treaty in the official gazette. That is the requirement of the law. Ang ginawa nitong mga mukoy, right after the President Estrada signed the treaty, in their maybe over-enthusiastic, I really do not know, nilipad kaagad nila doon sa Rome and appended it in the Rome Statute sa ICC, bypassing the President and the Bureau of Printing. Na in Tovera versus Enrile, Supreme Court said that failure to publish a law or a treaty, whatever it is, especially a penal law, if you do not publish it, it becomes fatal. It is as if there is no law because it is only in publishing it in the official gazette that the Filipinos are informed that there is an existing law which says this, that, ito. Failing that, there is no law at all. Walang batas. So if they are invoking the Rome Statute, ito si Carpio, ito bright naman ito, bright na bugok. Marami yan silang ganun eh. Sobra ka bright, bugok. But I don't think Carpio is bright. Kababayan ko yan eh. Ano lang, mapurma. Kaya gano'n. Ito si Trillanes, sige, yo. Your name? Having been elected to the position of the Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan, do solemnly swear to abide by and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines and of the party, to keep faith in and put into practice the 5 basic principles of PDP Laban and the basic objective of federalism, to perform my duties to the best of my ability and capabilities, without fear or favor, with the aim in view of furthering the objectives of the party and advancing the interests of the community to which it is dedicated, and to conduct myself in a manner befitting a good and true PDP Laban member, so as to bring honor and prestige to the party, and that I take this pledge without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations.
Good, sir. Go back there, sir.
Mr. Chairman, at this juncture, may we request Party President Secretary Alfonso Cuse to deliver a short message.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, party mates, maraming salamat po sa tiwalang ibinigay ninyo sa akin at makakaasa po kayong I will live by the oath that I took in front of all of you today. Congratulations also to the other elected set of national officers and committee chairpersons. The war on drugs and criminality advocated by our party chairman, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, enjoys overwhelming support from an overwhelming majority of Filipinos. The Filipinos now feel safer. They can go around without fear. They can use their cell phones, ride the jeepneys using their cell phones without it being snatched. Despite the success of his advocacy, however, there are groups that have unfairly judged and criticized President Duterte. Some have even gone to the extent of misinforming international organizations in the hope of persecuting the President of the Republic of the Philippines. The successful advocacy against drugs and criminality has been vilified and publicly maligned by those who have outside perspective of the situation. They don't have the first-hand experience on the suffering of the Filipinos felt prior to the advocacy started by the President. Critics will always be present in any administration, and we welcome them as long as their criticism is based on facts alone and not political propaganda. We in PDP Laban appreciate what the President is doing. His achievement in his feat is unprecedented. So I rally this great party in support of our own chairman. Let us help him, particularly in this coming election season, wherein mudslinging and denigration is prevalent. This National Assembly should unite to advance and support the war against drugs and criminality advocated by our party chairman, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. And I would like to move this as a motion, as a resolution, to be adopted by this Assembly to support the President in his fight against drugs and criminality. There is a second motion.
Mr. Chairman, there is a motion from our party president for this National Assembly to pass that resolution in support of the President's fight against drug and the accomplishment of this administration in regard to this purpose, which is duly seconded. May I move for its approval, Mr. Chairman?
The motion is denied.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. Salamat po. House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco and the honorable members of the House of Representatives, Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdia, Senator Bongo, PDP Laban Vice Chairman and Energy Secretary Alfonso Cuse, Labor and Employment Secretary Silvestre Bello III, Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles, Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade, Presidential Spokesperson Secretary Harin Roque. Nawala sila dyan. Chief Presidential Legal Secretary Salvador Panelo. Can you stand up, please, so that we can see your attire today? It's a working attire. Metro Manila Development Authority Chairman Benjamin Abalos Jr. Presidential Assistant for Visayas, Mikey Lloyd Dino. Presidential Advisor for Northern Luzon and PDP Laban Vice President for International Affairs, Raul Lambino. Presidential Advisor on Political Affairs, Jacinto Paras. Presidential Advisor on Overseas Filipino Workers, Abdullah Mamao Tol. Pampanga Vice Governor Lilia Pineda. Governors, city and municipal mayors and vice mayors in attendance. So we cannot name all of you. So, welcome. PDP Laban National Officers and Members, then again, welcome for today's event. Fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen. I have a speech here of 2 pages, but I'd like to talk about just a little. Give me time. Half of what this would take to talk about the dynamics of itong PDP Laban. But basahin ko na lang to kasi ginawa naman, kaawa naman yung gumawa nito. Probably working overtime. I would like to thank all of you, my dear party mates, for answering the call to convene the National Assembly of PDP Laban. Your presence here sends a clear and resounding message to everyone that our party is as strong as ever and that we are united in further consolidating our ranks until the end of my term and beyond. I forgot to, nakasum lang sila, si Senator Tolentino pati si Senator Bato. Despite all the challenges that we are facing, your unwavering support for this administration's priorities, especially our campaign against illegal drugs, terrorism, corruption, and poverty, is truly reassuring. I am grateful for PDP Laban's continued trust and confidence in my leadership. I also deeply appreciate your commitment to support whatever my decision may be for the 2022 national election. Alam mo itong mga gagagong to, isigway ko na lang.